Lindley from Fit Foodie Finds, and today we are prepping 5 vegetarian freezer meals that all have 10 ingredients or less. The best part of these 5 vegetarian freezer meals is that all the groceries cost under $75. People, that is only $2.50 a serving. And every single one of these meals serves 6 people, so you can feed a crowd, you can pack your freezer full for yourself for the week. Let's get started. The first freezer meal we are going to prepare is the Instant Pot lentil tacos. Before I even start to measure anything out, I always have a garbage bowl ready so I can put all my scraps in there. I have a garbage can next to me because we want this meal prep for these freezer meals to be super easy for you. The only other thing that you really need for this recipe is a freezer safe container. Let's prep these bad boys. First up, we are going to add our lentils to the stasher bag. We're gonna pour in our DIY taco seasoning, put in our green chilies and tomato sauce. You're gonna mix it all together. Now that we have all the ingredients mixed in the stasher bag for the lentil tacos, all you have to do is put them in the freezer and they can stay in there for up to 3 months. You're gonna take the lentil tacos out of the freezer when you're ready to eat them, add them to the Instant Pot with a little bit of broth, cook them up, and you can either have them with tortillas or on nachos. They're just delicious. Next up are our freezer bean burritos. We love that they are really easy to make in bulk at the beginning of the week. We have very simple ingredients for this bean burrito: refried beans, black beans, rice, cheese, and salsa. I'm going to show you how to wrap and fill a bean burrito. Evenly distribute all of your ingredients right in the middle of the burrito. So we are going to start with our black beans, scoop 3 tablespoons right in the center of the tortilla, and the same for the rice. We're gonna do refried beans. We are going with a red salsa, but feel free to use a green salsa. Even some Tabasco sauce or hot sauce would be really tasty. And last but not least, cheese. Because a burrito isn't a burrito without cheese. Now, all you have to do is tuck in the sides and wrap it like a Christmas present. If you get a little dirty, that's okay. Our second step to these burritos is we're gonna wrap them in a piece of tin foil. We use tin foil because we want to avoid freezer burn. You want to make sure all your ingredients are cool before you wrap them up and stick them in the freezer. We suggest that you date every single one of your burritos because they can last up to 3 months in the freezer. The next freezer meal we are going to be making is the Moroccan chickpea skillet. You guys, the flavor is out of this world, but I also love that it is super easy to make. The ingredients for this skillet are all super simple and very accessible. We are gonna do cauliflower, peas. We do have our Moroccan spice mix, which you do have to make ahead of time, so keep that in mind. We have a little bit of garlic powder, chickpeas, and onion. Just remember, keep the couscous separate from all of these ingredients. This is important because the vegetables are gonna need to cook a little bit longer on the tail end than the couscous itself. To prepare this meal, throw everything into a skillet, add a little broth, and it's ready in under 20 minutes. You guys, it is amazing. Next up is our Instant Pot sweet potato carrot ginger soup. We are gonna chop and prep all of our ingredients first, freeze it, and when you're ready to cook it, you place it in the Instant Pot, and you're actually gonna puree all the ingredients in the soup. We have onion, we have ginger, full fat coconut milk, and then we have our curry paste. The base of this recipe is sweet potato and carrot. We are actually going to chop our sweet potato and blanch it. Feel free to use chopped raw carrots or frozen carrots. There are 2 ingredients you are gonna add to this soup after it is cooked in the Instant Pot, and that is broth and lime juice. The broth is really gonna thin out your soup, and the lime juice is gonna add an amazing citrusy light flavor. Blanching sweet potatoes is really easy. All you're gonna do is chop your sweet potatoes and bring a big pot of water to a boil and add a little bit of salt. Once your pot is at a rolling boil, we're just gonna add our sweet potatoes and boil them for no longer than 3 minutes. And I mean 3 minutes. You're gonna turn off the heat, and then you're going to take your sweet potatoes out and you're gonna put them into a really, really cold bowl of water. If you have ice water, that's great, but really cold water will work just fine. You're gonna leave all your sweet potatoes in the cold water for at least 5 minutes. Then we're gonna transfer them right into the meal prep container and pop it into the freezer. Our fifth vegetarian freezer meal are these delicious sweet potato spinach stuffed shells. One thing I love about these shells, just like all the rest of these vegetarian freezer meals, is they are packed with protein without having meat. In these shells, we are getting most of our protein from the cottage cheese and the ricotta cheese. The spinach doesn't hurt, and then we also have a little bit of delicious onion, marinara sauce, garlic powder, and sweet potato. You wanna make sure that whatever way you prepare your spinach, that it has all of the moisture taken out of it. Lastly, we are not going to cook these stuffed shells. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our filling right in this bowl, which is going to be our sweet potato, cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, spinach, onion, and garlic. Stuff our uncooked shells, place it in this pan. Now we're gonna toss it right in the freezer. And there you have it, folks. You have 5 vegetarian-friendly freezer meals ready for you in your freezer whenever you are hungry. You can find all the recipes on fitfoodiefinds.com.